Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Ever Side Quester Bravo Teams, a campaign in the Tales of the Valiant. Just a little bit of information before we get into this one. Unfortunately, as we saw from the ending of Episode 1, we get into combat here. And the problem is that as we get into combat and we start going through the game and getting adjusted to everything that's going on, I completely forgot about the luck point system and using the optional Doom rules, which we are using. We are going to use the Doom rules from the alpha release here, which basically gives me, as the GM, the ability to force people to re-roll disadvantage save checks or give my monsters advantage on one attack, depending on the amount of CR that they're using. And unfortunately as well, I forgot to award luck points, so I will probably be going back and awarding the luck points for the missed attacks that the players had during the combat here, which is actually going to be extremely important. So hopefully, come episode 3, we will be using some luck points in combat or any time that they need to roll saves or other kind of checks there. Beyond that, I hope you've been enjoying the Tales of the Valiant campaign here with our Bravo team for Ever Side Questers, and let's get into the action. All right, so we continued, or we're picking back up where we left off last time with entering into a battle with these strange humanoid fungi. So let's go ahead and roll some initiative. People, go ahead and throw yourselves into combat. If you don't know how to do that, you'll right-click on your token, and the bottom right icon for the shield and cross swords will throw you into the initiative tracker.
I think I'm in.
Okay, and the only one we're missing is Haggit, so I've thrown Haggit in there, so he's on the initiative tracker now.
Whoa, what the... What? Terrix, how? Something's definitely broken.
For what?
It did beat the hair.
Initiative.
Oh, with the
Oh,
point ones
the
on
point
that?
10? Yeah, that's your strength score as a tiebreaker.
It's your dex score.
Yeah, so point 1 is going to
Yeah,
be a
dex.
10, or point 14 is going to be a 14 dexterity, so that's going to help us break ties.
Oh.
Okay.
Alright.
Now, before combat begins, because unfortunately the perception checks weren't the greatest, and the only one to pass was Terrix, the Skull Blooms are going to get a really brief action where they're just getting a quick movement. They're not doing any kind of attacking. So the two far out Skull Blooms are going to take one quick movement, and then combat will begin. So let's see here. This guy's going to go to here.
Oh, I didn't even see that one.
Yeah, so we got that one coming in here, and then this one way up top here comes rushing in. And then this one here, this Skull Bloom that is right here, doesn't move as he's already close enough to you guys. So the other two, because of the failed perception check, get to move in a little closer to make things a little more tense. And with that, we'll get right into combat. So first up is Terrix, followed by Ghorn, and then one of my Skull Blooms. So Terrix, you're up. Ghorn, you're on deck.
I'm going to ready my short bow, and I'll Hunter's Mark this Skull Bloom right here, and then
Okay.
I will fire at it with my bow and arrow.
All right, go for it. So let's take a look at your abilities there. Hunter's Mark, I don't know if it's going to do anything function-wise. Is that the Mystic Mark you're talking about?
Oh yeah, Mystic Mark, sorry.
Okay, so for everyone that isn't familiar with the TOV version, the Mystic Mark, when you hit a creature with an attack roll, you can mystically mark them as your favored quarry. The creature remains marked for 1 minute until you use this feature to mark a different creature or until you become incapacitated. While a creature is marked, including for the attack that triggered the mark, you deal an extra 1d4 damage to it, bludgeoning, piercing, slashing, or as the weapon's damage, each time you successfully hit with the weapon's attack. You can use this feature a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus, in this case 2. You regain all uses when you finish a long rest. This feature's extra damage increases as you gain ranger levels, becoming 1d6 at 6th and 1d8 at 14th. Okay, so that's that. So go ahead and make your attack. Ah, nice. Okay, that is definitely a hit as you hit the Sporeborn. Alright, so you're going to go ahead and add in that 1d4 as well. So go ahead and roll damage. Alright, so that's for the Mystic Mark, and then for your longbow. So we got a total of 2 plus 4 plus your dexterity bonus, whatever that
Plus
is.
4.
Alright, so we got a total of 10 points of damage.
Solid.
Yes, that is a very good hit on the Skull Bloom. Alright, so that
I don't
was...
have damage macros set up, so I apologize for that.
No worries. Okay, so that is your action. Did you want to move, or do you have a bonus action?
No, that'll be my action. I'm done.
All right. Ghorn, you are up with the Skull Bloom on deck. All right, looks like Ghorn's taking a move action to move back a little bit. And then, targeting that closest Skull Bloom.
Do what warlocks do.
Yeah, hit that Eldritch Blast. And we got the old Zip Zap for the particle effects there. Very nice. That does indeed hit. 15 hits the Skull Bloom for a total of...
All right. 1 fucking damage.
1 point of damage.
Yeah, that's better than a hideous
Hey,
mess.
hey, I have a crossbow you can borrow if you want.
That's all right. You know, everyone's getting used to their abilities. Do you want to finish your move and anything for a bonus action, or are you good?
No, that is me.
Okay. Up next is the Skull Bloom, followed by Haggit. Haggit, you are on deck, so get ready for your turn coming up. So, off to the left of Haggit, that Skull Bloom is going to take their action to move in, targeting Haggit, since he is the closest there, and goes in just enough to get over here to attack. So let's see, what can I do with my Sporeborn here? We got that. They have a bonus action they can do, and they got that thing they can do with a bite. Yeah, so they're gonna go ahead and do a bite. All right, let's see here, Haggit. The bite is going to be coming in, and I gotta hit that toggle that UR stuff here. All right, going in for the bite on Haggit. That's going to be a 16 base total of 20 to hit, which is going to deal 6 points of piercing and poisoning damage to you, Haggit. And then I need a Constitution saving throw from Haggit, as the bite starts to deal some kind of damage.
Oh, just for a moment.
Give me a quick second. Nope.
Can't get it.
There we go.
Okay.
No, I'm getting used to the UI. Ooh, that's a low roll.
Okay, so that is going to be a total of 9, failing the Constitution save. Now, let me see what that does. Okay, so let's see here.
Well, looking at these guys, I think it ends in a splitting headache.
At least.
So, Haggit, as you get bitten down on by this mushroom fungi humanoid, you start to feel just a sense of disgust wave over you as like a hot flash of just heat comes through you as this infection of whatever this humanoid has done to you spreads through your body. You feel extremely irritable and sensitive to noise. And while you're infected, some stuff is going to happen to you. So,
Okay.
for the intent for all intents and purposes, that's what's going on for the time being. We will deal with that later on, as you are diseased at the moment. from that
Guys,
bite.
why is our cleric
Gotcha.
turning into a zombie?
Basically, plant zombies. All right, Haggit, you're up with another Skull Bloom on deck, followed by Zix on deck.
I just trying to. Alright, so this is one action. I should probably. Quick question.
Yeah.
How does movement work with triggering attacks of opportunities? Can I so?
If you go out of
Can
range,
I-
you trigger an attack of opportunity. You
Yeah.
can use your action to disengage to avoid it, but it's your action.
Yeah, so every monster and every player has an attack of opportunity within their reach.
Yep.
More than likely, these monsters will have a 5-foot reach. You can move around them without triggering the
Okay,
attack.
perfect.
But if you move out of their 5-foot range, then they'll get an action to a reaction to hit you.
Alright, so I just want to position myself one square above me, if you can move me there.
Okay.
All right.
Then I'm gonna heal up real quick. Just need to find the right one. Right. I should have learned how to cast spells.
From your character sheet, you should see.
Standard roll.
Characters is the book.
Yeah, here it is.
You have to, I think, target the guy first.
Yep. Let's forget about Cardigan. I should be able to just do that. I believe that. Just
Yeah, it might be hard for you to
Okay.
target yourself. You have to right-click and then, I believe, hit the sword, the cross swords in the upper left corner of the token. I don't know if you can do that or not.
I usually go to the initiative, then
Oh,
through there.
okay. Yeah.
But it's not giving me the. No. Oh, I'm not. I don't have. It's not giving me the target button. Interesting.
Oh, yeah, we don't have that. It looks like the 5e system doesn't have a targeting button like it does in Pathfinder.
Okay.
Where else would you do that? Select tokens. I think that might work. In the upper left side of your screen, there's a little token controls actor. Looks like a blank person, a head and shoulders.
Yes.
You can, if you go into that, there's a second option down called select target. It's it's like a bullseye. You click that, and then you click on whatever token you want to target. You can target yourself.
Okay.
Okay, so it looks like you've taken the target off yourself.
Also, okay. Because also open. Hey, there's the arrow that I was looking for.
Okay.
Is it on me now?
Doesn't look like it. Question is, let me see here. What color are you?
What if I...
All right, now you got it. Yep, you got it now.
Okay. Yeah, this is an experience.
Yes.
And then I go down to cure wounds.
Oh, you lost it again somehow.
Hey,
Hmm.
why do you have one out of 2 spell slots right now?
I already cast cure wounds.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah,
So
I forgot.
Uh,
It was
I'm
2 weeks,
just
guys. I
gonna-
can't forget.
okay, so you cast
Gonna
cure wounds on yourself
what was
for 4 plus your spellcasting modifier, which should be your wisdom, which is going to be a 3. So that would be 7 points of
3.
healing.
7?
Now, 1 second, because you're going to heal yourself, right?
2? Yes.
Okay. So as you go to heal yourself, your energies do liven you up, but you feel there's some kind of a battle between the disease that's coursing through your body and the effects of trying to heal. It seems like the disease that's in your body has won out and stopped the healing. You have what's called apocalyptic fungus coursing through your body. An infected target can't regain hit points, and when it finishes a long rest, must make a con save or gain 2 levels of exhaustion. When the target...
Oh.
Yeah.
We are fucked.
If a target with the spores is killed, it rises as a skull bloom an hour later. And, let's see here. How do we get rid of it?
Or a healing kit check will pass.
Yeah, that could possibly do that, or the save. So we'll go with that as well.
It's the freaking Last of Us, isn't
Do I
it?
get a save at the end of my turn?
No, you get a save at the end of a long rest. So this,
Gotcha.
yeah, this
Okay.
disease is stuck in you for a while.
That's nasty.
Mm-hmm.
Hope your tank can't tank that well. Oh well. I believe that's my whole turn.
Okay.
So I will click the next option.
Okay. Next one is this skull bloom up here, and this skull bloom rushes down, targeting the other kobold here, who is unaffected by the apocalyptic fungus, and comes
Okay.
charging down to Zix to go and bite.
Nice.
That's going to be a base 11, total of 15, and misses Zix with the bite as he comes in and just tries to chow down on you. All right, that Skull Bloom's turn. Zix, you are up with the Skull Bloom next, the final one.
So I'm going to drop my crossbow because if I try to hit the guy, I'm gonna have disadvantage. But I'm gonna pull out a rapier.
Okay.
Sorry. So... Okay. And being stuck in combat with that guy, I'm gonna target him.
Okay. All right, base 11, total 15 does hit. Very nice. Go ahead and roll the damage.
Yeah, damage. It's 5 damage.
Okay. And he is definitely bloodied, looking to be roughly, probably even in a critical state as you, stab with your rapier. And it's kind of gross. The rapier, plunges into the body of this fungi humanoid, and it doesn't give you the satisfying squelch you're used to, and it's more of just like a spongy, when you cut through a mushroom with a knife, gives you that spongy
Oh, this
squeak.
is basically The Last of Us.
Do you want to reposition Zix, or are you good? Any bonus actions?
He's gonna reposition. I don't really have bonus actions right now.
Okay.
Well, maybe if you would allow it, I'd pick up the hand crossbow as a bonus action and check it into my inventory.
Right. All right then. Well, that will be the end of your turn then, and we will move on to the last Skull Bloom with Terrix up on deck for round 2. The next Skull Bloom is going to meander down 30 feet, getting ready to come in and attack. And that is the end of round 1. As we go to the top of round 2, Terrix, you are up with Ghorn on deck. As a reminder, this Skull Bloom is looking the most beat up, where the other two are completely fresh and haven't been touched yet.
I think I'll drop my bow and draw my short sword and help Haggit out with this skull bloom here.
Okay. We do have flanking rules, so if you want to position in a way that to get around, you're totally allowed. You can totally do that.
Would I be able to move through Haggit's space?
Yeah. You can either move through Haggit's space or even squeak through the space just below it. Gives you enough room to flank it. Okay, let me see about getting flanking condition on here real quick. There we go. That should give you automatic advantage on the attack.
And actually, as a bonus action to get out of the way, I'm going to draw a second short sword.
Okay. Well, the that actually is supposed to be a main action to draw. I don't think you can draw as a bonus action, can you?
I think you can draw one as a free interaction with object,
Yeah, which
and
was the main hand.
yeah.
Okay, so maybe not then. Maybe
Yeah.
I'll just wait till next turn.
Yeah. All right, go ahead and make your attack after you switch your target. All right, perfect. So, base 11, total of 15 hits. Go ahead and roll damage. All right, total of 8 points of damage. Nice. Keep getting a warning popping up. I don't know what that's about.
I think that's because somebody's targeting me.
I know, it's every time someone deals damage to one of my NPCs, I get a warning from MIDI QOL or one of the modules
okay.
I'm using. All right, Terrix, I believe that's everything for your turn, unless you have a bonus action.
No, I don't have any bonus actions right yet.
Okay, Ghorn, you're up.
Wait, you would have had the advantage either way. Because pack tactics.
Ooh, we got an Eldritch Blast. Unfortunately, misses with a 9.
Doesn't it... Wait, check if you have pack tactics, because I would trigger it.
I do not have pack tactics. I do not have pack tactics.
I do not.
Oh, that's unfortunate. All right, sadly, the 9 misses the Skull Bloom as it is able to deflect the attack somehow, and it just kind of misses and hits the ground next to it. All right, that is the end of Ghorn's turn, and we move on to the Skull Bloom that is attacking Haggit and flanked by Terrix. The Skull Bloom turns, knowing that Haggit's been infected, and goes to bite after Terrix. All right, Terrix, here comes the bite. It's a base 9, total of 13, and just misses you getting infected and bitten by this Skull Bloom. And that is the end of its turn. Haggit, you're up with a Skull Bloom on deck and Zix on deck.
Okay. Oh, Haggit noticed that her healing isn't working and is quite a bit worried, but her last drive is in danger, so she puts on a tough face and just fights it out. Let's see. Nope, that's not what I wanted. I believe I want this. I want to do this. This. Is a Skull Bloom being targeted?
No, not yet.
What? No?
Nope.
There you go.
I see Mike and Herr Doctor have it targeted, but I still don't see your white reticle at the top of the character on the token yet.
I'm tapping it a few times. Target. Yes.
Oh, that's where the targeting is. The bottom left, I'm sorry. If you, I'm not sure how you do it on the phone, Flame, but if you, I don't know if it's like double tap or tap and hold on the token, the bottom left will give you the target reticle. If you can bring up that sub menu on the token.
Let's see. The tokens are a bit small. What if I go to select token?
Well, you want
Nope.
you want the one underneath the select token, the targeting button.
The target?
Yeah, the target. Click that and then click on the token.
Nope, not working with that either.
Had it for a second. Kind of flickered there for a moment.
Let's see. Can my battle menu tell me something?
I can try to.
No, it gives me a few actions, but not the target.
Him.
What do you got there?
I'm just gonna roll to attack. I figure the targeting system
That's fine.
out
Yeah.
later.
We'll work it out. Go ahead and roll normally.
Just need to.
The dog yipping is definitely adding to the kobold frustration.
Yeah.
They keep following me around and decide to play.
How language.
Mobile, so I have to go flip around a few times just to see. What's in my attack B?
Say again?
What's in my attack B?
Your bonus to attack? Should be +2 plus... So a total of +4. 2 for strength and 2 for proficiency.
Okay.
And you have advantage as well.
20 advantages.
It appears we have a guest.
Yeah, that's me. Okay, 18.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I'm testing on the my phone. 18 definitely hits. Flame, go ahead and roll damage. So you'll add +2 to that.
Okay, just need to figure out my damage die real quick. Warhammer.
D8 plus 2.
Oh, here it is.
The Warhammer.
Normal. So I need to go to my Warhammer, and that's how I would roll it.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, 6 points of damage to the Skull Bloom, and it is very bloodied. As you whack it upside the head and to deal a considerable amount of damage to it. Alright, I do believe that's it, and it's now the Skull Bloom's turn next to Zix, and it reaches out, lunging at Zix once again to try and bite it. Bite the little kobold. Let's see what happens here. And that is going to be a total of 16.
That hits.
Total of 20 after that 16 roll, which does indeed hit. Looks like there might be a reaction from you.
No, because it's a small bit fierce.
Oh, okay. Alright, so that's going to be 8 points of piercing and poison damage, and I need you to make a
Ouch.
constitution save, please.
Okay. It is. How the fuck? Yeah. No.
Oof.
Oh.
That is going to be a total of... Was that 13? Unfortunately, that... Oh, no, that does succeed. So you do not... feel any kind of disease or anything course through you, and it seems like your natural defenses burn it off immediately. Yes, so
What are you
luckily...
doing?
Yeah, you do take a little bit of damage, but luckily you are not diseased like your fellow kobold there. All right, that is the end of the Skullbloom's turn, and up next is Zix, followed by the final Skullbloom for round 2. Go ahead, Zix.
I mean, I'm gonna try to finish off this guy so there's more opponents to deal with.
Mm-hmm. Go for it. Oh,
Oh.
base 3 unfortunately misses the Skullbloom. Anything else for Zix?
No, I don't have any bonus action to use.
Okay. Up next is the final Skullbloom here, who's going to rush down and target Terrix for a bite, since he has not yet been infected. All right. Oh, shit.
Oh,
Natural 20 for a total of 24, dealing 13 points of damage, critically hitting Terrix. Terrix, I need a Constitution save, please.
He didn't bite him. He just viciously made out with him.
Oh, God. Yes. That is uncomfortably
which is
true.
worse.
Oh,
my
no.
God.
And the Constitution critically fails. Good thing we're not playing Pathfinder 2nd Edition.
Right?
Unfortunately,
This is a massacre.
Terrix, you also feel something coursing through your body, and you will not be able to heal until you save on a long rest, or we are able to magically heal that somehow. All right, that is the end of round 2. Terrix, you start us off at the top of round 3 with Ghorn on deck.
Sure
You
hope
know,
that
I'm
is
gonna draw that second.
What's that, Terrix?
I was gonna draw that second short sword now and go to town on the Skullbloom here.
Go for it. Oh, and here comes the first attack. Base 19, total 25 to hit, which does indeed hit the Skullbloom. Go ahead and roll some damage, please. Ooh, nice. 9 points of damage. And the Skullbloom is defeated. I don't know why.
I use my bonus action attack on the other Skullbloom.
Yep, go for it. Now, do we have... Does the weapon traits come into play? Or is that part of another feature? I know some of these weapons have traits or something from...
Yeah, they're both light and finesse weapons.
Okay.
He just
And I
doesn't get
think as
that
long-
his stat bonus to the damage.
Right.
Unless he's
Yes,
got
this would just be -4.
the feet.
Okay.
that bonus.
Oh, shoot. Wait, what happened there? Okay, looks like that is a hit on this the short sword attack. I saw a whole bunch of dice going. Go ahead and roll damage on this other Skullbloom. All right, 6 points of damage to the Skullbloom to the north. All right, that is Terrix's turn. Ghorn, you're up with Haggit on deck.
I'll get him this time.
Yes, a 23 does indeed get him. Go ahead and roll that damage. All right, 4 points of damage, and further dealing, bringing this Skullbloom to the death door here of the Mushroom Kingdom.
Son of a bitch.
Mushroom Kingdom, here we come.
All right, so you're moving up to flanking.
Yep.
All right, let me throw the flanking condition on real quick, and oh no, I gave it to the wrong person. There we go. Okay. That is Ghorn's turn. Haggit, you're up. What would you like to do, Haggit?
Okay, repeat, and I need to put my phone on the charger. Because I was not paying attention to battery life. Attack. Granted. What?
Okay.
I believe that's 16.
Who are you attacking?
The
The one in front of you is dead.
guy. Then let's move to the one that had run up to Terrix. Try and get a flank on him.
Okay. Unfortunately, you can't get a flank, but what I'm going to do is, in cases of this...
No, the one that's
Meant
on
Terrix.
Oh, Terrix, my bad. Yep, you're right. You're right. Thank you. I was, Wasn't paying attention to that. All right, so the flanked condition on him now. And yes, the roll will stand, and that will be an 18 to hit. So you did indeed hit the Skull Bloom here. Go ahead and roll damage.
Nice.
Seven more points of damage. Nice. All right. And that brings the other Skull Bloom into a weird, weeping, bloody condition. They don't really bleed. They more kind of like ooze this white substance out of their bodies now that they've been, taken over by this fungus. All right, that is the end of Haggit's turn. We now have this flanked Skull Bloom's turn, and is going to continue. Let me see here. What's the intelligence? Oh yeah, they have a 2 intelligence. He's just going to keep attacking Zix until Zix has been diseased. All right, so Zix, you're getting another attack from this Skull Bloom, unfortunately. Goes in for the bite. Natural 17 for a total 21 to hit. And that's going to be 10 more points of piercing and poison damage. I'm going to need another Constitution save, please.
At this point, I am going to be diseased.
Oh, sadly, that is a fail this time, and you feel the disease course through your body as well.
Oh, it's a nice campaign, folks.
Yeah. Apparently.
All right.
The dice got some other plans.
That is the end of the Skull Bloom's turn. Zix, you're up with the last Skull Bloom to go.
So, I'm just gonna... So, as I said, I'm gonna... well... take care of that, so, because they said it was heavily damaged. So, I wanted to die and not attack me anymore.
Yeah.
That's gonna be 16 to hit.
Yep, that does hit. Total of 7 points of damage, and the Skull Bloom is defeated.
And stay dead.
Good, because I wasn't going to kill the damn thing.
Yeah. And I'm gonna go here and just be unable to sit so with the other one cannot get to Ghorn.
Okay. All right, so the Skull Bloom that you have circled here, it starts to act differently because it looks at the three of you, kind of sniffs, and then just looks past you all, especially past Zix, and starts to move. I'm giving you all opportunity attacks on this Skull Bloom as it starts to make its way towards Ghorn.
Well,
Blanket party.
All right, so Terrix was the first one in with a 22. Go ahead and roll damage. Zix, yours hit also. Oh, and that is going to be it as the Skull Bloom goes to move and attack Ghorn. The three kobolds dogpile to protect their turtle buddy and defeats the Skull Bloom. And that is the end of combat. As 3 Skull Blooms are defeated.
I always knew that we'd get disease once we left the Warrens. I just didn't know it'd be like this.
and don't get back up.
Oh yes, no moving for these 3 Skull Blooms here.
Yeah. Maybe we should wait for timeout, as you said, Peter. Back.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'm going to.
Okay, so.
What was that?
Go ahead, dear doctor.
Well, I was suggesting that we sound off so we know everyone's here.
I'm here.
I'm here.
I'm back.
And I'm here.
And I never left.
Okay, so everyone's here.
Okay, so we're all back, and you guys have finished your
Yes.
first battle here in the town here of where are we at? Forgot. Hulgig. Yes, the town of Hulgig here that you were sent to by Zix's mechanist friend. And now that you've encountered your first problem with the town here of Hulgig, the three of you definitely feel a little worse for wear, while luckily Ghorn was unaffected by the attacks. It's up to you what you all want to do next.
I would like to point out that if you didn't give the rule about the bonus health, I would be unconscious.
Right. This is why I gave you guys bonus health. So, anyone that happens to be watching this on my YouTube channel later on, this is why you give them bonus health. Thank you, Pathfinder.
Everyone. Yeah.
Sorry, what did Pathfinder do?
Pathfinder gives all starting races bonus health, which helps with the hell levels.
Very true.
So, that,
Yeah.
as Herr Doctor just said, if it wasn't for the bonus health that I gave everyone, he'd be unconscious right now and from like a 1 or 2 hits. It's ridiculous.
And Terrix, I think, I think Mike would be at 1 hit point.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yep.
Hey. Those things hit hard.
So,
Anyway, Haggit is coughing, like feeling like he wants to throw up, but nothing's coming out. What were those things?
anyone can.
I was about to say that Zix would probably want to investigate the corpse of the creature and, I don't know, sniff it.
Yeah, you
It's
guys,
not really infected, it's not gonna get worse.
you guys have some downtime here. I always count after battle, usually some investigating and whatnot, about 10 minutes or so. So if you guys want to check out the bodies of these skull blooms or do some kind of checks or anything, just let me know, and then we'll move on.
Yeah, Haggit's, while Zix checks the corpse, Haggit's gonna do a perimeter check so they're not surprised again.
Okay. All right. So for Haggit, I'll need him to do a probably an investigation check, or either investigation or perception. You let me know. Probably perception actually would be the more viable one there. Who else? Who wants to do something during this little bit of downtime after the battle? That you guys are. Kind of...
Yeah, I said that Zix would like to check out the corpse, like, he knows
10.
that it's a mushroom, but could you check how long they've been there, how long it took, how long the mushrooms were growing, what mushrooms are those?
Okay, sure. All right, so Haggit gives me a 12 on the wisdom perception, the perception check there. You want to investigate or a nature check? Whichever one you think would be more apparent for this.
I don't think my alchemist tools apply to this.
Well, the alchemy supplies could be useful if you wanted to learn more about the disease. I'd give you that for sure.
Well, it would be helpful. Just I don't have alchemy supplies right now, but general knowledge would apply, I think.
Okay.
So I'm gonna investigate with alchemy supplies. So that's gonna be double proficiency and a D8 on top of that. So normal. 9.
Alright, so that's with all your bonuses for the...
No, that's the base, and this is the bonus.
Oh, wow. Okay, so a 25 for your investigation check. Anyone else? Terrix, Ghorn, what are you guys doing?
I would actually like to join Haggit, because considering the situation, I don't believe it'd be wise for anyone to be on their own, just in case something does pop out.
Okay. So you can either roll your own perception check, or Haggit, you can roll a second perception check for advantage.
What's your perception mod?
+1.
I'll probably do better. Alright, I'll roll with advantage if you're okay with it.
Okay.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Yes. Just another roll. Oh,
Nice.
much better. 16, no, 17.
Okay. And then Terrix, what do you got? What are you doing?
I'll join in the perception check. Sorry, I was a little disposed from the phone.
No problem. Alright, so if you want to go ahead and give a perception check as well. Okay. With the assistance of Ghorn and kind of like pointing out suspicious looking buildings, a lot of the buildings here that you notice, Haggit, are in disrepair, as you can see from the map as you scan around. Some of the rooms, some of the buildings are torn right down to the foundation. Some of them have broken in walls. And it seems like whatever happened may have happened fairly quickly. Now, as you are watching around, there's a couple buildings here that look like they're fully intact. One of them seems to be a bit of a longhouse, and another one is a smaller building, but has a sign that reads on it, "Lots of lots." These two of all the buildings that you're looking at seem to be still fully functional and may have, if there are any, survivors in them or some other potential information you might need to figure out what's going on here. Beyond that, the other houses around the area look either broken into, doors and windows may have been broken or shattered, some of the walls may have been torn down, and as you kind of listen closely, you hear the sounds of Zix investigating the skull blooms at your feet here. But every once in a while, you think you might see movement, or you might see some kind of, or hear some kind of a noise coming from the distance of some of these other houses. But for the time being, it doesn't look like anything is in the area or ready to threaten you at the moment.
No, what I'm not hearing is the corpses, which has me concerned. How big is this village, would you say?
Let's see here. How big is that? Let me see if there's any given information on Hulgig here.
If it's easier, how many people would you think could be in this village?
Not many. It's a tiny settlement, and being that it's, set against the foot of a unnamed and uninspiring mountain, it doesn't seem like it's going to be too terribly big. If anything, this map is close to the amount of houses that are actually in this location here. Let me check one other thing here. The actual map.
Okay.
I was gonna say that it's probably 100 people, but if this is pretty much the whole town, maybe 10 more zombies.
Yeah, this is primarily the whole town. There might be like one extra building, but beyond that, there really isn't much else. There's what you see on this map, like one extra building and a well. That's it.
Gotcha. So, yeah, that probably means there's more. If there's no survivors, it's probably more undead.
What were you?
Curiosity, where's that well at?
The well itself is technically it's supposed to be in the center of town, but because of the map that I'm using from, this is off of Neutral Party, the map technically should be like somewhere around the center, but it's close by. It's not that far from the main buildings here, so you know it could be off to the right, the east or the north or the west here. It's not far away.
You could technically just pop down a PNG of our and say that's it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I actually want to go check out the well. Is bucket and rope still attached to it?
Yeah. Let me, before we get to that, let me deal with Zix's role here on the investigation check. Now, what exactly?
Ridiculous roll.
What exactly were you looking for these skull blooms here?
Mainly for symptoms, but as you said that if anything, I was looking for a way that I could possibly deal with the infection that we've gotten.
Okay.
Of the Zix have gotten.
Yeah, definitely with that roll of the 25, it's going to give you a bonus for dealing with the infection. Now, looking over these skull blooms here, basically the majority of the spores are breaking out through the crown of their head. So the spores inside the host work through the blood system, through the bloodstream, and then find their way to the brain. And eventually, over time, the mushrooms start to sprout up and out through the cranium and just blow out. So you're going to see a lot of the infection around the shoulders and the head themselves, where the remainder of the body is still more or less humanoid. So you're seeing, shoulders and head that get completely disfigured and destroyed from these spores that are coming through. So you have that to look forward to.
So if someone's got mushrooms sticking out from the ear, they should be decapitated. Okay.
Possibly. Let's see here. What else can we say? Yes, there's also fungus that will break through the cheeks and around the eye sockets and random areas of the body. Yeah, so that's pretty much about the skull blooms, more or less.
But no signs of how this could create a potion to stop it.
That would take some time with an alchemy. You'd have to,
Yeah.
either some kind of if you had a med kit, you might be able to fashion some kind of system out of it.
Problem is, I don't have it either, so...
Oof, okay. Alright, yeah, so either med kits, herbalism kit, or alchemy kit would be one way to try and work with these dead bodies and try to figure out a potential cure for it.
Okay, the other thing this is gonna do is look for loot. It's gonna loot the shit out of this place.
Sadly, as one would expect, these monsters have no money on them, unfortunately.
Well, I didn't say the monsters, I said the place, the village.
Ah,
Torn sheets and broken clay pots. That'll be our loot.
right. All right, so while
Something.
that's going on, you guys are going to progress to roughly the next 10 minutes or so. So, Ghorn, you wanted to go look at the well. Let's go ahead
Yes.
and take a look at the well.
Haggit will follow him.
Okay,
For safety, we all should.
stick
No,
together.
it's his own corner, doing his own thing.
He grabs Ziggit by the collar and drags him along. No looting.
Put in.
I'm gonna grab my longbow for
No.
you.
Aww. And Zix takes out the hand crossbow and readies in case anything else is gonna come at him.
Right, so you all more or less head over to the well to investigate that, and you see that this well isn't your typical bucket and rope, and with the little roof on it and the stone circle. This one is actually drawn by a pitcher pump. So Think of that how you will.
Okay.
I'm not quite sure what the pitcher pump looks like. I'm not sure. I think it might be the one like where you crank it.
Yeah, that's,
Yeah.
I think that's the one.
Oh, that's it.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. It doesn't look like it's overly secure. So if you wanted to potentially remove it, you possibly could, but that could also, destroy the water for the town. Who knows?
I mean, realistically,
this
is
much
there
of a
any
town
of the town left?
Sorry, Doc and Eric, you guys were talking at the same time.
You go first.
Eric.
I think we're pretty much saying the same thing. There's not really much of a town left.
Yeah.
Okay, well, if you'd like to do that, then you can, by all means, go ahead and remove it.
First I actually want to pump it to see what comes out.
Okay, let's see here.
So is it going to be fresh water? Is it going to be, it's going to have fungal crap floating in it?
Soup.
All right, so you start pumping the well, and as you pump the well, it looks normal. If anyone wants to give me a nature check, hold up, let me pull up my skill checker here because I got it working correctly.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Anyone wants to make a nature check, I've popped that into the chat window there.
Can I use my alchemical knowledge to see impurities? Or is this too much of a running water to safely check?
You got some tools or something to help with that?
Well, not tools, but I am proficient in alchemist tools, but I don't know if you count this.
I mean, if you've got something that seems reasonable enough to help you determine if this water is fresh or not, then yeah, by all means, go ahead and add to the check.
Well, technically I have knowledge in alchemy supplies, so I should know it. So I could probably determine if it's so. I'm just gonna add the 1d8 plus 2 later.
Okay.
I think I have that.
Okay. So the 13 and the 8 is your bonus rolls for all of your skills, right?
No, that's Haggit. Right.
Oh.
I think it's wrong.
Oh, are you doing detect poison and disease, Haggit?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I just remembered I had that.
All right. Is that part of your? Let me see here. Is that part
It's
of?
a ritual spell.
Right. Okay, and I believe rituals take how long to cast? Is it still an hour?
No,
10 minutes.
10 minutes plus
Oh, okay.
duration.
All right, perfect. So, all right, Ghorn, you go over and investigate. You pump the water, and then Haggit, you start to detect poison disease.
Yes.
When you cast this spell, and you've used this in the past, what does it look like when something is poisoned or diseased to you? When you cast a spell to check food and water, what does it look like?
Well, she takes a deep breath, and then through her mouth comes a white mist. And if it doesn't detect anything, it's fine. But if it's a poison or disease, it turns green. The thing has the color of the green dragon.
Okay.
Or is this a black dragon? I forget which one's poison.
Yeah.
That's up
No,
to you.
Black Dragon's acid. Green Dragon is poison.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. So then, yes, while you are focusing on detecting poison disease from the water of the well, sure enough, the mist that comes out of your mouth starts to turn from a, standard water vapory white to a green as you focus on the water that's being pumped out of this well. The well water definitely is poisoned one way or the other with some kind of disease.
Gee, Snaz. No good.
Why don't you all give me an insight check with that, with the detect poison disease going on here?
I don't think I have anything to add.
Okay. Oh, one more coming in? Yeah, okay, all of you. They're like, that's what happened to these people. Someone
Yeah, I can't forget.
poisoned the well water, and the town got infected, so you put two and two together, and you probably figure you've killed some of the townspeople here that have been turned into these mushroom zombies.
What is this, a western?
Boys in the watering hole.
Yeah, next we need to watch out for a snake in the boot.
Exactly.
Next encounter is Yuan T.
Right.
Remember, don't come out 12. That's usually when they shoot.
Alright, so you know that the Hulgig's whale water has been poisoned. You know you've likely dispatched and probably put some people out of their misery or just ended whatever existence they were already in. What would you like to do next? You have two houses that look like they are functioning at the moment and might have survivors, and you have other houses, roughly about 6 houses that appear to be in some state of, being destroyed or broken and entered. Where would you like to go
Check
from
one
here?
of the impact houses.
Alright, so Terrix is voting for checking an intact house, one of the two. Haggit, Ghorn, Zix, what do you want?
Well, I heard that there was basically what I would assume is an item shop. So maybe there would be some loot there.
Okay. Oh,
Haggit rolls her eyes, but agrees with the item shop, mostly to see if there's any survivors.
okay. Ghorn, what are you thinking?
Right now, I'm thinking, no matter what we decide, we stick together.
Okay. As you begin to head towards one of the intact houses, and more than likely for an item shop, of the two, the longhouse and the other building labeled Lots of Lots. Lots of Lots seems to be the go-to spot that you would figure is more than likely going to be some kind of a general store or somewhere to buy.
General store?
Yeah, to buy some kind of items there. Now, while that's happening, Ghorn, the four of you are starting to walk towards this building. You start to feel a sensation that you've started to grow accustomed to. Your book that you carry with you, it's vibrating ever so slightly.
I'll pull it out. Is it trying to open?
The minute you flip the latch or start to open it, it opens itself up. I'm gonna do a real quick test here. I'm trying to send you a whisper. Okay, did you get that?
Haggit?
Yep, I get it.
Okay, so Ghorn, as you go to open up your book, do you do this with everyone watching, or do you wait until they're distracted at the moment?
Yeah, I'll let them move ahead a bit.
Okay. I'm gonna need a... Give me a stealth
Not
check
fast.
for this, or sleight of hand. Which one would be better for you, sleight of hand or stealth check?
Stealth.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a stealth check, please.
And I guess we use our passive perception.
Yeah. All right, with a 24, Ghorn definitely is going to pass your guys' passives.
Yeah.
Ghorn, as you go to open your book, the book, like I said, depending on how you have it latched or closed, or if it has some kind of a locking system on it, the book immediately flips open and starts to flip to a page. Now, the pages all appear to be blank to you, but as you start to watch and look at these pages, Ghorn, you start to see writing in a very strange script that you have never really seen before. And it starts to write something on the book. And you seem to be getting a message from someone or something. Give me a moment here while I write this out. Okay, you get that message, Eric? Yep. Okay. So, with that, you're able to. Are you following the message from your book, or?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna follow. We're gonna use your stealth check for that, and you go and do what you do for that
Oh,
message.
shit, sorry.
Okay.
I know, guys.
All right, and then after Ghorn takes care of whatever he's doing, whispers, he catches up with the rest of you as you make your way to the lot of lots.
Haggit looks at herself, responding to herself. I mean, she looks at this. Does that mean we're infected too?
Are you talking to
Maybe.
the... Okay. Sorry, go ahead.
I don't know. If I had some, I think I probably could try to make some antidotes.
Andrew, would her detect poison and disease responded to the group as well?
Oh yeah, if you wanted to spend time, checking the group out, you would know right away that the three of you, the kobolds, are all diseased at the moment. But that's going to take time casting the.
Yeah.
Although you did cast it once, let me see here. Does
Yeah,
the spell?
that's what I was asking. But I'm not certain. What's the target
It
area?
detects poisons and disease.
During the casting, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, but it does it in an area.
So we
within
probably
30
would know that we are
Okay.
assumed.
Yeah, sure enough, when you cast that spell, because everyone else was around you while you were all investigating the water, you definitely know that you, Zix, and Terrix are also diseased.
He
It
also
said-
identifies what kind of poison or disease it is.
Oh. Totally missed that.
Oh,
That's neat.
Okay, so let me
I
pull...
takes a deep breath. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. That's fine. I was just going to give you the rest
Try
of the
to
info.
take a deep breath. We cannot return to our home like this. Once we're done here, we have to go to a church and see if we can pay a clergyman to cure us. This reward of yours, Zix, better be worth it.
It said it was good amount of gold.
Okay. So now
And
that...
how much gold is worth our lives?
Hmm.
Sorry.
No, go ahead. You're fine. I wasn't sure you guys were done.
I didn't quite catch that. Could you repeat?
And how much gold is worth the lives of your brothers and sisters?
Hey, I didn't know this was here.
Harriet shakes her head and walks on.
Okay. After that little conversation here, Haggit, you learn the name of this disease is called apocalyptic fungus, as we learned before. It's an infectious disease transmitted via fungal spores. Infected creatures become irritable and sensitive to noise, as you know already. So the three of you are all kind of getting on each other's nerves because of this disease. In the final stages, fibrous fungal growths sprout from the skin, particularly around the cranium. If left untreated, infected creatures turn into spore-borne skull blooms. And then, let's see here. Triggers are either being bitten by one, or ingesting food or water contaminated with the spores of the apocalyptic fungus. You breathe it in, and again, like I said, if you were bitten. Con save saves you from becoming infected, and the effects: an infected target cannot regain hit points when until it finishes a long rest and must make a con save, or you gain 2 levels of exhaustion. When the infected target reaches the 6th level of exhaustion, which means you have roughly about 3 days before this will turn you into skull blooms. If you hit the 6th level of exhaustion, it does not die, but instead becomes a skull bloom, at which point no mundane or magical healing can return the creature to its former state. If a humanoid infected with apocalyptic fungal spores is killed, it rises an hour later as a skull bloom. And because of your spell, I'm just going to give you the resolution. Pre-transformation, the fungal infection can only be cured by the Lesser Restoration spell or similar magics.
Damn it. To the gnome. Haggit sighs and starts thinking of where's the next town with a chest they can go to.
Yeah, something tells me a town like this isn't gonna have a scroll of restoration lying around anywhere.
Yeah.
Yes. Be on your guard, because I cannot heal you. We best stick to range if we choose to engage these creatures once more.
Do you have something to shoot?
That's a good question, actually. Comment.
Somebody having caught flame loud.
We all ready to move on to the lots of lots building?
Well, flame loud got called by someone, so
Oh, I totally missed that part. Okay.
I'm ready whenever, though.
Okay.
we can cut that in editing.
Like any good D&D or other TTRPG podcast, we say that, and then it never happens.
We'll cut that out.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Exactly, right?
This is predictable as the next week hooks.
Yeah.
What?
I'm just gonna say, what a week to get ill in game and in real life. The irony is palpable. I think that's how you say it.
Say that one again?
Because you can feel it, the irony is palpable.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. 5 seconds.
Like a second skin.
The comedy writes itself.
Mm-hmm. Well, we can catch Haggit up when he gets back.
Yeah,
We
when
continue this on.
can.
Alright, so,
We can continue if you want.
yeah, we'll catch him up to see what happens here. So, you guys walk up to the Lots of Lots building, and the mountain wind jingles a cheery bell atop this humble 2-story shop. Painted yellow and trimmed in green, the windows of the shop are unshuttered and the porch is swept. So you have a small 2-story building here with the colorations and whatnot. The door doesn't appear to be barred, and you see someone kind of looking through windows at you and notices your approach, but doesn't run or show any signs of fright, seeing that you are all, humanoid.
Zix is gonna pull up crossbow aiming at the figure because he doesn't know what it is. It could be another one of the zombies.
true.
I was gonna say, is there any signs of the spores on its face?
So as you walk up to the building, and Zix, you draw your crossbow, and I'm assuming everyone grabs their dropped weapons.
Yeah, I said I grabbed my longbow.
The person in the window, seemingly with some kind of armor on, kind of grabs, has a spear in hand, and kind of, with a more of a, I don't want to say frightened face, but just a very disconcerted face, holds it in a somewhat of a guarding and menacing manner as you get closer with your weapons drawn.
I mean, since the weapons are already up, we're not gonna keep lower them. It would be foolish to allow the enemy to have a first strike.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't appear to be all that threatening, but is not too keen on your weapons drawn, although this person may have watched the battle between the four of you and the skull blooms outside. So,
I'll stow my short swords.
Zix is not gonna stow his crossbow.
okay. What about Ghorn?
Doesn't
Go ahead.
He
Sorry.
doesn't know the good guys, so he doesn't know what the frick he's gonna do. And better be safe than sorry.
All right, so you guys approach the door to enter.
I do.
Okay. So as you approach the door to enter and you grab the door, you hear the person from the window. Now that you get a closer look, this seems to be a female humanoid and wearing some type of guard-like attire. And you hear her call out to someone else in the building, "We got a couple, looks like kobolds coming in. They don't seem to be too, they don't seem to be trouble, but they did take care of some of these skull blooms. I'm letting them in." And with that, you can enter into the building if you'd like.
All right, I will go in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why not? It's better than staying outside and possibly encountering another wave.
So you enter into the Lots of Lots building, and it's in decent shape considering everything that has gone on from what you can tell from first meeting the skull blooms here in Hulgig. You look around, and this is indeed a general store of sorts. While there aren't much in the way of items on the shelves, there are some things here and there. There are a bunch of empty barrels as well. As you walk in, the four of you, you scan the room and you see the guard off to the side of the door, plus another person, seemingly wearing commoner's clothes, who is in another section more towards the back of this general store. And then there is a young girl, another commoner, and another person as well. So there's a total of 4 people in here. It looks like a female, 2 males, and a young girl. Both the male and the young, one of the males that the person was talking to is kind of holding and huddling the young girl in the back of the back corner of this room here, along with this other person as well, who seems to be more or less kind of keeping to himself. And as you walk in, the guard here introduces herself. "Hi, welcome to the Lots of Lots. That's my husband Stu back there with my daughter, Hylia. My name's Kylie, and over in the corner there is Jurek. We've been holed up in here and definitely not letting any of those strange zombie people in or mushroom people into this here. And I'm grateful for what you did. I saw it. Hopefully you don't mean us any harm. So what can we do for you?"
Have you seen the metal bird?
A metal bird? I can't say we have. Why are you looking for a metal bird?
This is not your business.
And a few moments goes by, and you hear the little girl whisper something. You know, she's like, "Oh," whispering to her father, Stu, and he goes, "Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. You know, I do run this store here. From time, you know, having people come in from time to time. I did see maybe a woman in a long duster coat with a hat and a big mechanical backpack. She had not necessarily a metal bird, but one of those monodrones with her. Is that what you're talking about?"
And what's it to you?
Well, I mean, what's it to you? You're the one that asked about her. I think that's who you're talking about. I don't know her name. She stops by every once in a while.
I need to find it.
Well, she hasn't been here for a while, and I haven't seen her mechanical friend, but maybe they went into the mountain to deal with them in there. And by them, he's referencing the people that live in the mountains. And he goes into that a little bit. Let me find the information real quick here. Yeah, there they are. He goes, maybe her mechanical friend went into to speak with the Belgrove residents in the mountains. They're a bunch of mushroom people, and I'm concerned that maybe this is where this disease came from. Where, you know, maybe these Belgrove people have had enough, and they've poisoned their waters and whatnot. Very concerned. And anyone that's curious about mushroom people, you would have some passing knowledge of that. They are mycolids, a race of mushroom people called mycolids.
Just like the ones in Expedition.
Mm-hmm.
Are these the kombucha mushroom people?
I think so. Oh, that's right. That's okay.
Well, since we're here, can we buy things?
Well, yeah, sure. I mean, we've got some provisions, not much. You know, a lot of stuff went by and was sold out pretty quick. What are you looking for? You might have it. I'll have to check.
I was hoping you'd have healing kits.
Oh, healing kits. That'd be tricky. Let me see what I got here.
Alchemy tools.
Nope. Sadly, no healing kits, unfortunately. All out of that. The minute this disease started to sweep through, people started buying out the healing kits pretty quick. What were you asking?
For the alchemy stores, if they have any.
Well, let me see what I got. Hopefully that hasn't been sold out. Yeah, I happen to have an alchemy set here. Not much left, but hopefully it's still good and usable for you.
I could try to make some potion out of. Because this is gonna throw out the idea that maybe he can make a anti-shroom potion that in a bit he's not so sure.
Well, it's not like it'll make it worse, right?
Well, not really.
Not really, or no?
What's the difference?
That is a good question. Alright, so Stu there goes and finds the one alchemy kit he has left. And it's 25 gold pieces for the kit.
It looks in his pocket. Ah, shite. He only has 10 gold.
Saddle over to him with my pouch open, and I show that I have 10 gold and a silver.
I'll put the rest in, because I got 10 gold as well.
Okay.
So if we split it amongst us, that's... You know, someone puts in 9, the other two put in 8.
Since Zix is gonna use it, he's gonna put in 9. We got changed.
Sorry, I didn't mean to wake that twice. Annie laid on my keyboard.
That's all right. All right, and with that, he hands over the alchemist kit. Hopefully, maybe you can do something with that. You trying to cure the diseases here?
Yes. Maybe it would prove useful.
Well, I hope it brings you plenty of joy and plenty of alchemy things. Best of luck to you with that. Anything else you need?
I'm gonna just quickly add the alchemist supplies to the backpack of Zix.
Okay.
And now it's done. Well, Zix has done his part in shopping. Anyone else wants some?
Had what I wanted.
Oh, just as a reminder, I do have the... Let me see if I can link it first. Here we go. Let's see if I can show you all. I don't know if I can or not. I did make minor healing potions, which are 1 gold each. So this is going to be similar to the Pathfinder 2nd Edition healing, which it will deal 1d4 plus 1 healing.
So basically, I took these dudes' medicine making equipment.
Maybe. They're always willing to make a buck, though.
The knife.
What was that, Mike?
We're here twisting the knife because we can't heal.
You're right. Maybe you can eventually. Who knows?
Well, if it's not gonna be any trouble, Zix is gonna probably go out, grab some samples of the film and then try to make a concoction that could help destroy these mushrooms.
Okay. Alright, so that's what Zix is doing. Ghorn and Terrix, what are you guys up to?
Gathering roots and berries.
Okay.
We really don't have any like downtime activities that I can do right now because I don't have any kits or anything.
Yeah.
I would like to inquire with these seemingly fine folks, just how many more of these things do they think are here?
Alright, who are you directing your question to? Stu, Kylie, or Jurek?
The adults.
Okay.
Oh, it's a generalized question
Okay.
for the room.
Alright, so yeah, Kylie pipes up since she's been watching guard, and she goes, she says, "Yeah, I don't know. I can't give you a good sense of how many people are infected or normal like us, but you know, every so often I've had to bar the doors to make sure these creatures don't get in. They don't persist very long. They get kind of, I don't want to say bored, but they do move on after so much time. So it's been a little troublesome here and there, but we've been able to hold out. I don't know how much longer we have for food and water." And she looks over at Stu, and Stu's thinking, he kind of flashes like 5 on his hand, that they've got enough maybe for the 4 of them for 4 to 5 more days. And she kind of looks back to you, Ghorn, and just gives you this kind of sad look. We don't have much time left, it seems, but, you know, at some point we're gonna probably have to leave. We really don't want to. This is our home and our business here. But, you know, I don't know if you're here to help, but certainly could use it. You can rest here for as long as you'd like. I'm sure Stu is fine with that, and just kind of gives a nod of this look of like, well, provided you don't eat anything, is the kind of the look they're getting.
That's not a worry. I have my own rations.
And between the two of them, Kylie and Stu, there's a bit of a relief in that look between the two of them. She goes, she continues, yeah, we're not sure the extent of the infection here, but you know, every so often we gotta bar the doors to keep things out. Nighttime's a little tricky, but we've been able to make do barring the doors and any of the windows with some of the shelvings and whatnot here in the building.
So what destroyed those other buildings?
The creatures. Ever since the town went into chaos, there's been just not only these mushroom people running around breaking their way into the buildings, but some of the wildlife have also made their way in and made destruction. I'll tell you, I've heard of stories of owl bears before, but I've never seen them so violent. Be very careful if you ever come across an owl bear from the woods here. They are not to be trifled with.
I heard a tale of a wolf that used to attack doors.
What's the reference on
Nice.
Old campaign.
that? Oh.
Yeah. My old campaign where Sean's wolf kept attacking the rotten doors.
Okay. Jeez.
We
There's
and
a
my
same-
story, we also have a joke with wolves that it would. They've eaten through a damn apple tree.
Oh no. So yeah, they let you know that more or less every so often creatures come wandering in either from the woods or they just more of these skull blooms show up, either freshly infected or from somewhere else. So it's been a bit chaotic for them to try and keep the house or the building secure, but they are currently not wanting to leave.
Well, that makes sense. I was hoping to get a guess.
Hmm. All right, so Zix, you wanted to go take some samples?
Yeah, take some samples and then maybe try to get some antidote out of it.
Okay.
Maybe gather some herbs too that he knows that may help.
Gotcha. Yeah, you can definitely take some samples with your new alchemist kit, which is perfectly fine. Trying to create some kind of an antidote is going to take time, though. You're going to need hours to work on this. This isn't something you can do in a few minutes. It's going to take trial
I
and
know.
error.
But it's better than turning into a zombie.
This is true. All right, so Terrix.
So he's gonna do it anyway.
There you go. So what do you want to do now? Now that you've investigated lots of lots, do you want to? And Zix, you go ahead and grab some samples from the skull blooms that you killed. They are still there for sampling and whatnot. Everything seems clear from your, passive perception, so you're good there. And yeah, 1 second, guys.
Well, that Andrew confirmed it. The clip I sent in the main campaign feels really on point.
Okay. All right. Sorry, I missed that. What did you say?
Can you look at the main cafe chat room? Maybe then, I don't know, maybe you could show that in the video if people are wondering what I'm referring to. Later.
All right.
That's basically. I said that it's on point. Now that you confirmed it.
Say it again. I'm sorry.
It's on point. That now that you confirmed it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. So you got your samples. Where would you like to go next?
After getting the samples, I'm gonna go back because it's not a good idea to split the party.
True. So for the time being, you guys want to hold up in lots of lots while Zix does a little experimenting?
Yeah, it sounds like a good idea.
Yeah. Just keep watching out through whatever holes and windows there may be.
Okay. All right. So what do you think is going to be your skill of choice here, Zix? Arcana or... Oh.
Rapaz. Okay, I'm back.
Yep.
So Arcana or what?
What do you think would be your skill of choice for trying to do this? Probably Arcana, right? Or do you think maybe Investigation to start using your Alchemists?
Well, I have proficiency in Arcana, Nature, and the Investigation. I thought maybe Nature would be good.
All right. Let's start with a Nature check.
Because, well, it's a natural disease, basically, so
Yes.
it will be. And then I'm adding... and
Alright.
now I'm adding 1d8 and 2.
All right. So you're looking at 29.
29.
Which is good because I set this up abnormally high since this is the first time you started looking at this disease with your alchemist tools. And you do. You get in there and you start, tinkering with some of the samples and being very careful with it so as not to infect others and whatnot. And you,
Basically, I'm sitting in the corner away from everybody because, one, I don't want them to look at me while I'm doing this, so they don't replicate if they have it. And second, they probably know that if they went close to me, it could end poorly for them.
right. So you start working on this, giving them all a warning, and you see all of them kind of take a couple steps back. Oddly enough, when you do this, Jerk is the only one that doesn't really move, although he is kind of staying in the corner. He does just kind of watch you with a little more renewed interest through your passive perceptions and whatnot.
Okay, can I count some plot detail that I think might be coming up?
Of course, yeah.
He's infected.
It's very possible. So, you start examining this, and maybe there's some kind of tools to let you see at like a molecular level of what's going on here. And
Well,
as
I don't think that this precise, but
yeah, it's something along those lines. And as you're looking at some of the combinations and concoctions of samples and what you're seeing here, you're thinking to yourself, "Wow, this is going to take a while. This might take about 2 weeks to get an answer about what's going on."
that's why we said this is gonna take long.
Yep. I will see you all in about 2 weeks, guys, as we find out what Zix has confirmed with his alchemist kit and this disease.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much for watching this episode of Tales of the Valiant with the Everside Questers Bravo team. If you like what you've seen, go ahead and drop a like, throw a comment in the comment section, and subscribe to see more crazy antics and other adventures for the group here. If you want to see more campaign antics and silliness from my group and our campaigns in any TTRPG that we offer here on the channel, go ahead and click on one of these links here and enjoy yourselves. Until then, we'll see you next time.